We've not only seen, we've made some crazy things on the griddle before, and this is by far the craziest. Let's make lasagna on the griddle. Let's make some homemade meatballs. Now that all the prep work's done, let's talk about what we're doing. We got our meatballs here, and of course they look fantastic. And we got the noodles, they are ready to go. So this is the idea. I think we have done some outlandish things on the griddle to stretch the mentality of what a griddle can cook. Majority of the time it's about having fun and just cooking. But there are certain things on the griddle that I do not think need to be cooked on a griddle. Case in point, we did a whole chicken. Crazy thing is, the whole chicken came out really good. Juicy, tender. Matter of fact, I don't know if you'd be able to tell if it was cooked on a griddle or not. Pizza comes to mind. I am not a pizza fan on the griddle. It is the wrong piece of equipment to cook a pizza, and you're never going to convince me otherwise. Why? Because you lose the top end heat. I love that brown bubbly cheese, and you're never going to get that from a griddle. Today is the day where we break the diving board, we step on the limit, it breaks, all hell breaks loose. Lasagna on the griddle. So I saw a video where it was a smashed taco, and we smashed tacoed, smashed tacoed, smashed tacoed. All different flavors, and it hit me. What if you substitute the tortilla for a noodle, and what if the ground beef was a meatball, and then you stack it, and then you got griddle lasagna? That's where we're at today, folks. Got a little marinara sauce warming up on the griddle. I always like to warm my marinara sauce up. So let me walk you through the process really quick of what's going on through my mind. It doesn't mean it's right or wrong, and it definitely is no insult to the Italian culture when it comes to lasagna, because this is by far not a lasagna, but it's a play on it, and that's what I love. We've made the meatballs. We're going to smash the meatballs. I would be careful. I'm actually going to turn this up a little bit. Don't crank your griddle up too high. Since this has cheese in it, ricotta, Parmesan, and breadcrumbs, you're going to be able to get a sear really quick. Okay, this is not just regular ground beef. And it's got eggs in it too. So don't burn your meatball, because your pork has to cook all the way through. If you do a smash burger and you don't cook it all the way through, I don't think it's that big of a deal. But on the meatballs, you definitely want to make sure they're cooked all the way through. But that being said, you also want to make sure they're juicy. Meatball down, smashed, lasagna noodle cut in half, laid over top of it, press a little bit more. Wait till they cook, flip them over, because I've said before, when I do a noodle on the griddle, I like a little char to it, especially when it comes to Asian. Let that happen. We're going to sauce them, cheese them, and stack them. Definitely make sure your noodle is al dente. You definitely don't want these too soft. I'm just looking to cut them right in half. Don't smash it all the way yet.
Already working like you thought?
So far. We'll see what happens when I flip it. All right, we can make that work. My guess is, if I had to be truly honest with myself, you probably need a little bit higher temperature than what I was going for. I was err on the side of low. I think you're going to be able to get a little bit darker, a little bit more sear, but I think it's all going to work. You think about a lasagna, ground beef anyways, but before you freak out and say it's not cooked all the way, What's that say?
188. 173. 165.
Well, I definitely think 5's too much. When I was thinking about it, I was thinking you got to stack some of them high to get some depth because I like a thicker lasagna. But now looking at it, I think 3, maybe even 2 might have been appropriate, but you never know until you try. I've actually tasted a meatball off camera.
The meatballs are amazing.
And if you just bear with me, oh, look at that right there. Look at that layer of just goodness right there. I know what you're saying, folks. Trust me. I've been there. I'm saying it too. It can't be bad.
The meatballs are super good and the sauce is really good.
And it's just noodles. So look, the noodles char up on the edges and get kind of crispy, where it reminds you of like a corner piece on lasagna, or the edge when it gets a little bit of crispy. This is by no means a home run. It's fun to play with your food. I'm not naive to think this is the world's greatest thing, but I'm telling you, that little char... Here, you go ahead and see what you think. That little crispy char on the noodle from the griddle.
I say leave out the noodles because the meat and the sauce are so good.
If I would have made my ricotta cream sauce and layered each beef with it, I don't think if I blindfolded you, if I got a center cut, would you be able to notice the difference?
In a regular lasagna?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Give me another piece.
Like this bite right here, with the sauce, the ground beef, the soft noodles, and the cheese. I'm gonna keep eating. It shouldn't. It doesn't work. Well, it does work. It's not what. It's good. It's actually good. Presentation wise, it looks like crap. But flavor wise,
the meatball recipe is really good.
flavor. I love the crunch, and some of the cheese actually like.
Here, let me just have some of the meatball.
You know what? If we keep eating this the way we're eating it,
we're gonna eat 2.5 pounds of meat. I just like the meatballs just like that.
Look at that! I'm telling you.
Here, turn it.
Now that's a layer of flavor right there. On a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think?
I really like the meatball mixture and the sauce and the cheese.
Well, I didn't do anything to the noodles. You don't like the crispy on the noodles? A 4? You like this better than pizza?
You know I don't like anything better than pizza.
Oh, crap. On the griddle.
On the griddle, it's completely different. It's not as good as our whole chicken on the Blackstone, I'll tell you that.
You know, I don't think we're far off.
No?
Everything's good except the cheese mixture. We only put mozzarella cheese, and when we do our lasagna, it's ricotta, cottage cheese, the bechamel, the garlic, and all that stuff. So I think you're kind of missing that.
Yeah.
But if you replace that with that, and you start cutting into that bite right there, I'm telling you, it's a lot closer to what I can make it. Anyways, if you guys have fun, make this. I'd love to see you guys try your own version or absolutely scratch the idea, because it's just one of those things that we put on the list of crazy things we've done. There's a join button down below. I don't mind if you don't even look at that at all. It's a membership program for dumb stuff like this. Find us on Instagram and find us on Facebook. There's a join button down below. I said that. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to press that subscribe button. Pound the notification button, share with your friends.
Hey, cooking becomes fun when you make it into something fun instead of just a chore. Try our meatball recipe at least.
I guarantee you, it's a 6 or 7 out of 10.
I was going to say 6.5.
6, 7. Kids are going to love that.